What's going on, guys? Anthropredicts here. So today I have a new video for you, and it is going to be my updated 2020 governor prediction for the 2020 governor's map, obviously, of the races that are up. So currently, before the states are filled in, Democrats have 20 governors, Republicans have 19, and that's not counting in the 11 that are currently toss-up. The one without any of these states being up right now, the Republicans have a narrow majority over the governors of 26 Republicans and 24 Democrats. Now going into 2016, I believe, no, 2016 or 2018, the Republicans had close to 30 governors, or had 30 or 31, 32 in 2016 and 2018. So the Democrats picked up a lot of governorships in 2018, and we'll see if the trend continues in 2020 or if it's a bounce back year for the Republicans. So we know the state of Washington, Governor Jay Inslee, that's going to be safe for the Democrats. And there's not really too much to say here. Washington's a Democratic state. It's continuously been Democrat. It'll continue to be a Democrat. Utah, it's an open primary. The governor's not running, so there's a bunch of different candidates up for grabs right now. One of them is the former ambassador, John Huntsman. He's one of the candidates, and really, whoever wins the GOP nomination is going to win the governorship pretty much. I mean, unless something really drastic happens, whoever wins the GOP nominee is going to win there. North Dakota, I'd say that's going to be a safe governor Republican win. There's not really too much to talk about there. Not too much contested going on. Montana, I will come back to because that's kind of interesting. Missouri, I'll say this. Missouri, I'll put in the likely column for now because I'm tempted to put Missouri in the safe column, but for some reason, Missouri's governor races are always a lot closer than the presidential races. Missouri's one of those states where statewide it's very close, but presidential is pretty much a blowout each time. But Missouri, I'd put in the likely column for now. The state of Indiana, I'd put in the safe column. There really isn't too much that's going to make Indiana too contested. West Virginia and North Carolina. Well, first let's do North Carolina. I'll come back to West Virginia. I thought West Virginia could potentially be close because Jim Justice was elected as a Democrat and switched to a Republican. However, his approval ratings are very high, and he is doing pretty well in terms of early primary voting and matchup voting. So I would give it in the likely column as well. It's kind of like Missouri, where I'd bet it's going to go to Jim Justice, but it's just one to keep an eye on. The state of Delaware. Delaware is going to be a safe Democratic win. I don't really see Delaware getting too competitive. The state of Vermont and New Hampshire are both kind of similar. Vermont has Republican Governor Phil Scott, and New Hampshire has Republican Governor Chris Sununu. And this is another thing that a lot of New England states, as I mentioned before, I'm from Massachusetts. For some reason, New England will never vote for a Republican for president or senator, but will always vote for a Republican governor. Or we switch every 8 years a Republican, then a Democrat, then back and forth. And Phil Scott and Chris Sununu both are doing very well. Both have high approval ratings. And this coronavirus situation is definitely the way that a lot of New England states have been handling it has been very well, actually. So both of them are in pretty good standing for re-election anyway. So I'd put both of them in the likely column for now. Only because it's New England am I hesitating on putting it in the safe column. The state of Montana. Montana is interesting because Steve Bullock is term limited. So it has to be a new candidate, I believe. I don't know his name, but it's his lieutenant governor is running for the governorship for the Democrats. And on the Republicans, the front runner, I believe, is Greg Gianforte, the former candidate. I think he was one that pushed the reporter or something like that a few years ago. So that's going to be a very interesting, very contested race. I think it could be, even though Steve Bullock did do a good job, President Trump's on the ballot, which I know in 2016 that didn't help elect a Republican. However, it's not the incumbent governor. It's someone else. It's someone new. I think a little bit of party fatigue might be going on. I would put that narrowly in the lean to tilt column for the Republicans to flip Montana. But for now, I'd put it in the lean column. The state of North Carolina, this is Governor Roy Cooper. He beat former Governor Pat McCrory back in 2016 after Pat McCrory signed the controversial transgender bill into law. that kind of hurt his popularity, especially on the Democratic side. Any really Democrats that switched back and forth that voted for him were gone after that. He lost a narrow race in 2016, and Roy Cooper became the governor. His approval rating's pretty good, and the Republicans have a few good candidates, including the Lieutenant Governor Dan Forest, but I just don't really see. I think it's Dan Forest. I just don't really see Roy Cooper losing this one. I see him winning North Carolina in about a lean margin. So that's what I think the end of the night it'll look like. Republicans will have 27 governorships. Democrats will have 23. The Republicans will only pick up the state of Montana, which, looking at the map, I mean, the Democrats don't really have too many options for pickups here. I mean, the only really real possibilities for pickups would be New Hampshire and Vermont, both of which governors are popular, so I doubt that'll happen. Missouri, maybe. It's sometimes been competitive in the past, but I doubt it. So, yeah, there isn't really much the Democrats can do to pick up states here. But, nevertheless, Republicans 27, Democrats 23. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in the next one.